Beebbopp.
Hey guys, Beebbopp here with another quick video. Today I wanted to show you how to make your Chaos Dungeons faster, more efficient, not only on your supports, but on all of your characters altogether. In order to do this, you will have to have unlocked Gear Set Conversion. And the way you do that, you need to collect 55 of the Demonic Beast Bones from Vaulton, and 55 Covetous Wings from Vicus. Once you have that, all you have to do is click this little Gear Set Conversion button on your character profile in the gear section, right underneath your character picture there. And then select the set you want to swap to, click Convert, and then the full set will transfer over. You can also select which pieces you want to convert if you want to do like a piecemeal set. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to be showing you one set that is going to be very helpful for you in your Chaos Dungeon, on your supports, and frankly on all of your characters. It's going to just make them faster and smoother, which is really nice if you have a ton of vaults and you want to get those Chaos Dungeons done every day or every other day, not letting your bonus energy cap out. Alright, so before we get into it, if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you can see when I have new content coming out. It would really help me out. I hope to provide more helpful content and videos for you guys in the future. So let's get into it. So the set we want to use is the Betrayal set. And so I can use my Gear Set Conversion, as we talked about before, click Betrayal and hit Convert. I have already done this, so I have this set up in preset 2, and then I've saved that to my masked presets here. So preset 1, I am using the Betrayal set. So what the Betrayal set does, and it's not explained super clearly in the actual description and the set bonus descriptions because it has a lot of effects. So basically what it will do is it will create ethers, so those little balls that show up on the ground that you can collect, you run next to them, they'll come into you, and they will give you certain effects depending on the ethers that you get. So you've got the thunder effect, which will drop lightning bolts around you. You've got the shock effect, which creates a lightning circle around you and is really great at the mobbing in the dungeon, killing those normal mobs. You also have a meteor that will drop from the sky every once in a while. That's another ether effect that you can get as well, and that will come down and do massive damage. And then you have the 6th set effect, which is the Transcendence buff. The Transcendence buff is pretty huge. It gives you attack speed and cooldown reduction, and it fills your identity gauge every 3 seconds, and it gives you a lot of specialty meter, and that's huge. So the reason this set isn't used anywhere outside of Chaos Dungeons and Cube is because it's all RNG. But when you're in a Chaos Dungeon and you're doing a ton of mobbing, you're going to have a lot of procs. You're going to get a lot of ethers. And this really will help you speed up your Chaos Dungeon runs so you can get them done on multiple tunes. I highly recommend it on any character for Chaos Dungeons and for cubes once you have the Gear Set Conversion. Okay, so let's see how this works. Before we go in, and just to show you guys, I do have a kind of rudimentary Chaos Dungeon set here. So I am running Judgment 1, which is really important for a paladin for damage, especially in Chaos Dungeons. I have Ambush Master, which essentially does nothing for me. It was pretty cheap. Lightning Fury 2, which doesn't do much for me as well. Raid Captain and Preemptive Strike, though, are pretty big for this. Obviously, Preemptive Strike is going to give you a massive first hit to every single enemy, which is great. And then Raid Captain, what's great about Raid Captain is you can essentially go into Chaos Dungeons and get the complete full bonus of Raid Captain without having to have any swiftness. So you can see I have a little bit of swiftness here, but I'm mostly stacking crit. But when you stand over those speed orbs, those little white orbs in the Chaos Dungeon, it caps you out at your movement speed, so 140%, which means you're going to get that full benefit, that full damage increase from Raid Captain as long as you have that buff, as long as you're standing on those little orbs. So that's what I'm running, but really you're going to see here, most of the damage comes from the Betrayal Instinct set. Okay, I would normally run this a little differently, but I'm not going to hit my Awakening because I want you guys to see, if I get the Transcendence buff here, I want you to see how fast that specialty meter gain is. We might not get it. It is random, so we'll have to see. We did have a meteor come down, so you saw that did a lot of damage. There's another one. Pretty cool. And you can kind of see the little ethers on the ground. I'll see if I can kind of show you before I collect them. They will auto... they'll kind of auto collect when you're next to them. But if we get a chance, I'll show you what it looks like. So we're just going to keep going here. And here we've got the shock circle here. So you can see I can just run around. I don't even need to attack. Look, it's just killing these mobs. The shock circle or the AFK circle. It's even doing to these yellow mobs here, these orange mobs, it's even doing a decent amount of damage. Alright, so I've got Judgment. So you see, I didn't use my Awakening. I've got full Specialty Meter. The Specialty Meter generation, if you get the Transcendence buff, is really, really nice. I mean, it'll take you by surprise sometimes. You'll have full Specialty Meter. And, you know, just full. Almost instantaneous when you get that buff. And this is also, you know, really, I mean, this is great for any class in Chaos Dungeons. But really, you know, I love this on some of the classes. Like, say, for instance, my War Dancer, which is running the Dominion Fang set. And Dominion Fang, in order to get that buff, that cooldown reduction and the buff from that set, you have to use your Awakening ability. And the thing is, every time you move to a new level of the Chaos Dungeon, that buff goes away. So you've got to use your Awakening every single level if you want to maintain that set bonus buff throughout the Chaos Dungeon, which is kind of a waste in my mind. So I'd much rather use this set. We don't really have to think about it. It's just going to do its thing. It's going to give you those buffs passively. And that's it. And there you go. It's over. So that's the Betrayal Instinct set. Like I said, this is an extremely great set for any character to use in your Chaos Dungeons. You're going to notice a massive difference on your supports, though, in the speed of your Chaos Dungeons and in how much easier it is and less intensive in terms of getting your perfect rotation down or having to build like a perfect Chaos Dungeon set. I mean, you really don't even have to worry about this. You could go in your normal support build, and this set is going to do the work for you as long as you get the procs, which with all the mobbing that you're doing, you're probably going to get it. All right, so that's it. I mean, really quick video just showing you which set you need to use for Chaos Dungeons, or you should use for Chaos Dungeons on all of your characters. It's going to be a huge benefit. And again, this can work really well in Cube as well, as there's a lot of mobbing to be done. And you don't have to worry about, you know, if you're wearing your Dominion Fang set, you don't have to worry about having to hit your Awakening for every level to get that buff back. This buff will always be active. It always has a chance to proc, and those ethers you can collect and do that massive damage without having to really think about anything else. So this is a great set. Make sure once you get your gear set conversion, you use this for your Chaos Dungeon and your cubes. All right, guys, if you like the video, remember, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on Twitch, where I'm streaming live multiple times a week. We're usually doing Legion raids on a ton of different characters. So stop into the stream, say hello, and let me know if you guys have any questions. Feel free to pop in and ask some questions as well. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.